Today we're looking at specialized cells. Yesterday we had a look at the organization of cells into different structures, and now we're looking at a little more detail about the different types of cells. So let's start off with the concept of generalization. The expression "jack of all trades, master of none" is an old expression that refers to a person with some skill in a lot of different areas, but not very good at any of them. So I remember as a kid a guy who knew a little bit about plumbing, a little bit about carpentry, and neighbors would hire the guy to do an odd job here and there. But if you needed the job done really well, you didn't hire this guy. He was just good enough for a few things. A jack of all trades. A prokaryotic cell is often like this. They survive, they get their job done as survival, but because they aren't really good at it, they can be outcompeted by a lot of other types of cells. And if we think about human society, people often acted this way. So you have a community and they're living in the same area and they're surviving by doing the same basic things. So they're either all farming or they're hunting or fishing or something like this, but all the people have basically the same set of skills. So they've learned how to acquire resources through some method, and so they're good at that one method. Moving on to the next slide in 3, 2, 1. So let's contrast what cells are doing in a multi-celled organism with how society works looking at people. So first off, over time, those people develop specialized skills. So if it's a group of people living near each other, they would share skills and everything, one would do better. So you'd get someone who had some skill in medicine, someone with skill with farming, someone skilled at hunting, whole range of skills, and by living near each other and sharing the benefits of each skill, everyone tends to do better. Well, the danger there is you don't want everyone doing the same thing. So if everyone became a doctor, and we need doctors, but we wouldn't have someone to grow food or move goods. So we need specialists, but we need a variety of specialists. That's the key here. So society as a whole encourages young people like yourselves to train for a variety of tasks. Some go to university, some go to college, some go into the trade, some go directly into the workforce, but you're encouraged to get training so you can do the job well and do it quickly. And that's how human society works, but we aren't a multi-celled organism. Let's see what multi-celled organisms do. Cells in multi-celled organisms, what they're going to do is this. If cells in a multi-celled organism were all trying to do the same thing, like the idea of if everyone became a doctor, they'd be in competition with each other, and as a result the organism would not survive because there'd be no sharing of resources. So specialized cells are actually quite common. In multi-celled organisms, very common because it allows us to do our jobs much more efficiently. However, unlike people, cells cannot train for their roles. The DNA in their nucleus determines the structure of the cell and the function of the cell, so all of that is dictated to them. And as a result, specialized cells cannot perform other tasks. We can retrain, but a specialized cell cannot retrain. Because of that, those specialized cells do that one job really well, but they are completely dependent on other cells in the organism for survival. So if you think about our eyes, the retinas in our eyes have rods and cones, and their job is simply to convert light from a light source into an electrical impulse. They don't get food, they don't get water, they don't move resources around, they just sense their surroundings. And so they are now dependent on other cells to do all those other tasks. When all the cells do their part, everything working together, the entire organism can do really well. In contrast, when one cell or group of cells does not, it's going to put the entire organism at risk. Just like if we suddenly didn't have any farmers, then we wouldn't have any food, we don't have any doctors, we don't have people to help us get better, whole range of problems like that. So it's the same risk for our bodies. Specialized cells work more efficiently, but as a result, they leave us a little bit vulnerable in case one group of cells stops working properly. Thanks for watching.